Today's video is about how to use Canva. It's a free website and app that allow you to use your Google account, and it works for staff or students to create lots of different types of images. When you first go to canva.com, I would think about your canvas. What are the dimensions for your final project? There's some initial options across the top. You can type in your own custom dimensions, or you can click on more. So here it gives me some social media examples, some certificates. If I'm making a presentation, it's nice it's the correct dimension, so it's going to show up well. Infographic, business cards. There's quite a few options here. Events. I can also go and click on those headers that were at the top, and it's going to give me even more options. So for example, if I click on social media, it's going to give me all of these templates. For presentation, there's a lot of templates. You'll notice some of them say free. There are paid options here, but I've never purchased anything personally. Posters, there's several options, and it's nice because it just has the layout that fits that end goal. Blogs, and the A4 ones are nice because there's a lot for planning. So if I go into posters, and I really like this Teacher Appreciation Week, I can click on it. And the nice part about this is every piece is still editable. It's just a beginning if I want to get started. So I'm going to change the text. Now, in addition to changing the actual text, I can click on it, and I still have all those same sort of options that I normally do in things like Word. So I can change the font, the size, and the color, and it's going to help me out with color. It's going to give me some examples that are going to fit the theme, but I can always hit the plus sign and then choose any color of my choice. And I can always make that as dark or as light as I want. So I'll probably choose something light to show up with that dark background. And I can click off of it, and now that text color has changed. And you'll also see it has things like spacing. You can copy the text and paste a text box somewhere else. If we go to elements, so that was layout. So if we go to element, so there's several different types of elements I can add. Illustrations are going to be nice little images that are kind of cartoonish, but they're multiple colors. Icons are going to be monochromatic, more simplistic. Charts, I have not played with charts. This is fairly new, and they have some really beautiful looking charts that you can add in, and then you can edit the data so it'll graph accordingly. Frames are going to snap your photos right into the place that Grids is going to help you snap your images into a layout that's a lot more organized looking. Photos is pretty self-explanatory, and you'll see that there are the free photos, and then if you continue down, there's paid photos, and you can always do a search as well. Shapes are nice because you can layer them over the top of each other, make them transparent, but I'll just add a little bit of a line to this image, and this is just an easy way to add a little bit of complexity. And you'll see if I first bring this over, this is a really large image, it's dark, and it's going to actually cover my font here, my words down below. So here's where you can click arrange, and I can push it back so it's helping with my layers. It helps organize layers, but it's still kind of fighting for attention with that font. So I can make that drawing a little bit more transparent, and so it kind of fades into the background. So those are some options you can do as well. Now this image already has some illustrations built in, and a nice thing about Canva is even the illustrations, not only can you move them around, they're not locked into place, but you can still change the color. So here I can change this ruler, and I can change, instead of white hash marks, I can have the gray. So it's really nice that you have a lot of options there as well. Now if we go to the text section, in addition to having different levels of text, headings, subheadings, and such, there's also all these kind of formatted pre-done pieces for you, and you'll see some of them look kind of like labels or badges. And again, all of these components you can edit, so you can change the colors. You can you can't move all of the elements around. It really kind of depends on the image itself, but there's a lot of fun pieces, and again, you can layer these over the top and really make a product that's your own. So let's see here. So I might drag in the "come in, we're open" sign. And then I can change that. I can rotate it. And in addition to text, there's backgrounds. So backgrounds, there's solid colors. There's all of these different textures. And you'll see it's going to start out free. If you go down below, you'll see that there start to be paid options. The nice thing about Canva is not only can you use the products that they already have, but you can upload your own. So if I really wanted my own real chalkboard, I think they had an option for $1, but I found an image online and I was able to upload it. And so I can drag this in, I can stretch it, and it doesn't lose its quality here. And I just have to be a little bit creative about how I layer it. So I can arrange it and move it back. And you'll see it just kind of keeps stacking itself under those different elements that were already there. And now I have a real chalkboard looking background. So you'll see Canva's got a lot of different options. I can always hit this button here and it's going to duplicate. And so now I have the same one below. So if I want to do different posters for different locations, I can edit each one a little bit. You can download it. So now it's on your hard drive. You can make it public. You can share it. And if you go back to Canva, let's see, I'm going to stay. So it changes. All changes are saved. Now I can go back to Canva. So they do have several options that I have not yet played with that are pretty new. Shared with me, this is a student design that they shared with me. So students can share work with you. You can create teams, and that's the portion I have not yet used. And they even now have this brand option where you can kind of choose. So I have not used create a team, but it looks like you can invite 10 people to work on items collaboratively for free. And then the branding section allows you to choose colors and some pieces that you can really reuse, giving your classroom or your PLC kind of a brand. So that's Canva. There is an upgrade available, but truly I've only used the free version and it's very flexible. And not only is it available for staff, but it is available for students. And it's great because they can work on products at home or at school with their Google login, and it's going to be anywhere they are. Thanks.